To TV Burp, monkey forgets to take coat hanger out on Monkey Life.
Even without his sharp canines, Emmanuel is still very...
German Paul Daniels on The Lost World of Communism.
Denn wir sind die, die das dann perspektivisch weiterführen sollen.
And Fish Have a Bad Day on Nature's Great Events. Right, everybody stay together and we'll fight off the birds from above. That's it, stay together, everyone. Oh, they're attacking us from below now. Don't panic, everyone, stick together. That's it, stick together. If we stay as a ball, we'll be all right. They're going, we did it. Yeah, united we stand, divided... Oh! Where did he come from? I've no idea. You're probably thinking, now Britain's Best Dish Celebrity Special is over, I don't know what to do with myself. Well, good news.
Welcome to the nation's biggest cook-off, Taste the Nation, which pits county against county in a culinary showdown. But which county has the greatest gastronomic heritage? Which county team can deliver it on a plate here in our studio? And which county can go all the way in what promises to be a compelling competition?
Yeah, Taste the Nation, a compelling competition. Let's take a look at it.
Interesting work from Lynn. Has she saved your team? That's the question, Ian.
Right, go for it.
Does that look any better?
No.
Never has my comm been so pelled. Knocks Britain's best dish into a cocked hat. It features John Burton Race, who was also, of course, in Britain's Best Dish. Maybe that's why he didn't look too happy to be taking part. He looks happy. He looks quite happy. He looks quite happy to be taking part. Yeah, he looks quite happy to be taking part. Oh, no, another way. The general apathy takes a while to affect host Nick Hancock. He starts the week quite chipper. As the week progresses, he gets more and more fed up. It's Monday.
So, Cornwall and Nottinghamshire, time to plate up.
Quite chipper.
Lancashire.
Tuesday.
North Yorkshire, plate up.
Bit fed up.
Morgan, Lincolnshire.
Wednesday.
Plate up.
Yeah, you should see him by Friday.
Aberdeenshire. Morgan. For crying out loud, will you please plate up? In fact, no, I'll do it for you. Happening now!
Calm down. This will cheer you up. All that talk of cooking, I wonder what Heston Blumenthal's up to. Well, this week he was recreating a Tudor feast. So, working backwards, what's for pudding?
It's time for the finale of my spectacular Tudor feast. And I've chosen a dish that really deserves to be called a true English classic.
Rice, pudding, milk, butter, sugar. There's not much even Heston can do to cock that up.
To a basic mixture of pudding, rice and milk, I add beaten egg yolks, sugar and a bitter-tasting berry called a barberry. Finally, I'm adding the chopped marrowbone. The mix is now ready for the last part, sausage casings. So they are basically intestines, pig's guts.
What's wrong with a dollop of jam? But Heston was most excited by the thought of the main course, a mythical beast called the cockatrice.
So imagine the opportunity to create an edible, mythical monster. Just the thought of that makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up.
What hairs? All as a coof. Funny-looking bloke. Yeah. The cockatrice, a beast made from all different animals. But first, to decide which animals to choose.
I'm going to use the meats to design a new, extreme cockatrice. Zebra body, ostrich leg, camel hump, and the tail of a python. My new monster mashup will certainly look amazing, but what will it taste like?
I've got a pretty good idea. He experiments with a half-pig, half-chicken hybrid animal and produces a pig that's got great legs.
The tail's got on the end.
Whoa. Great legs. Oh, lovely legs. Tina Turner, eat your heart out. I'd like to get to know that saucy minx a little better. Not sure. Heston abandons the half-pig, half-chicken cockatrice and instead opts for something all the more impressive.
This is it, my mythical cockatrice. It's got the head of a pig, a wild boar, the comb of a very large chicken, the body of a lamb, the wings and back end of a goose.
And that's why his restaurant was closed down. EastEnders now, and I was most impressed to see Peggy doing her own stunts. Yeah, she took quite a fall, but the important thing is to roll into it.
And I'd like everybody here to raise their glasses and join me in a toast to my wonderful bride-to-be, Peggy. Peggy. Peggy.
I'm okay. Yeah. I'm okay because I rolled into it. Yeah. Peggy wasn't the only EastEnders character to do her own stunts. Yeah. The Litch's character took a nasty tumble. You all right?
I forgot to roll. Can I have a go on the jelly?
Well, I don't think that's a very good idea, do you?
I'll go on.
Yeah. All right, then, go on, get on. Get on the... Yeah, here we go. All right, there we go.
Stop it! Stop the jelly!
Well, I did warn you.
What a rotten week.
It was a big week for Peggy. She had to address a public meeting as part of a campaign to get on Walford Council, but she sensed she might get a hostile reception.
Where do you think we should sit?
Well, I reckon that's your place right over there.
Better make sure there's not a trapdoor underneath.
Trapdoor? Bit paranoid, Peggy.
This is how I will be working for you. Working for Walford. I'm going to pass you over now to the next candidate, Mrs. Mitchell.
You all right, Peggy?
Yeah.
She's all right, because she rolled. Horizon now to survive a disaster now, which gave us tips on just that. Many from evacuation expert Professor Ed Gallagher, who had a particular routine when arriving at a new hotel. Yeah, counts the number of doors. See, my routine when I arrive in a new hotel room is put the kettle on, put all the toiletries in my suitcase, plus a couple of coat hangers, stick my trousers in the Corby trouser press, plug in and recharge my phone, camcorder and laptop, then fill out the breakfast menu whilst having a cup of tea and a Highland shortcake biscuit. Then I brush my teeth whilst leaving the tap running, just as a little treat to myself. Yes, my routine. The problem is there are hazards all around us. Yeah, but have you ever tried to get a piece of toast out of a dog with just a fork? Give me the toast. Give me the... I got it. Actually, looking at it, that toast could do with a bit longer. Of course, no safety tester worth his salt. Good boy. I haven't got a biscuit. Go on, then. What's the point. Of course, no safety tester worth his salt will be anywhere without the help of the crash test dummy, and they come in for quite a pounding.
The data from Professor Patrick's pioneering research are still used today to check the dummies behave in the same way as a real human being.
Chest impactor coming down now.
Oh, that hurts. Poor crash test dummy. See, I like him, but then I like the chest impactor too. But which is better? There's only one way to find out.
Chest impactor coming down now.
See you after the break. Come on, Mr. Crash Test Dummy. Welcome back to TV Burp. 19th century Robert De Niro on Lark Rise to Candleford.
Am I looking at you? Oh, I am? Well, I must not look at you.
Underwater restaurant on Coronation Street. And surprise guests from the world of 70s glam rock on the bill.
This hijack is beginning to look like an inside job, isn't it? Who would know Art was going to be at the lay-by?
Roy would.
Colleen McCockalock-Locklin is back with Colleen's Real Women, where she searches for a model who doesn't fit the mould of traditional models as long as they're not too fat or short. She was looking for someone to model ice creams, which involved meeting the people up at Magnum HQ.
Oh, we've fallen off the end. Oh yeah, it's quite soft inside, isn't it?
Yeah, but very rich. So
I'm not eating no more because it'll go all over my face. I'll save it till later.
Save it for later. You can't really do that with an ice cream, Colleen. Except for the calipo, which makes a lovely, refreshing before-dinner drink. So the crucial thing about modelling any food is to make it look sexy. So to do that, you've got to eat sexy. Not exactly the flake advert, is it? Then there was the personality. It's important that the would-be model has plenty to say at her interview. So Colleen sets about probing just how interesting they are.
What would you say is the most outrageous thing you've ever done?
What's the most outrageous thing you've ever done? I bet this will be good.
What would you say is the most outrageous thing you've ever done?
I've lost a passport in an airport once.
Lost a passport in an airport once? But I bet it was when she was going on holiday, not when she was coming back.
When you've actually been going on holiday?
When I was returning from a holiday. Yeah.
When she was returning? Totally outrageous. I bet Colleen can't top that.
Well, I was going with my mum and dad, and we got to the airport and we put our passports on the desk. The lady was flipping through them and she said, "Where's Rosie?" That's my little sister. And we went, "She's not here." My mum had forgot to pick my dad's passport.
Oh, no.
So we weren't very happy, and my dad weren't very happy. But my mum said, "Come on, you wait here and let's go to the lounge." So me and my mum went to the lounge and my poor dad had to wait outside.
We got Dad's passport. Where's Rosie? Dad weren't very happy. They went to the lounge. Dad had to wait outside. Outrageous. I don't know what you're thinking. You're thinking you'll never be able to top a story like that. But I can. Yeah. I went to the airport, looked for my passport, couldn't find it. Went back home, couldn't find my passport there either. Went back to the airport, realised I'd lost Rosie. Went back to the house. She wasn't there either. Dad wasn't too happy about it. Back to the airport, in the lounge. Dad had to wait outside. And this wasn't going on holiday. It was coming back. Oh. Outrageous. So, it comes to the interview, and the girls are asked who they'd most like to meet.
If you could meet anybody in the world, who would it be? I like Buddhism a lot because it's my religion, so like Dalai Lama.
Dalai Lama? Fair enough.
I'm inspired by my mum.
My mum. The person you'd most like to meet? My mum. Actually, I would like to meet my mum because I think she might have my passport. On Time Team this week, they managed to find something of interest. Yeah, an ancient item of confectionery.
Have we got anything that actually dates our dish?
Yes, we've got, for example, this tiny Mesolithic flint there. I mean, that could be 6,000 BC. And we've got a Neolithic flake.
Which brings us to our most ineffective liar of the week. Most ineffective liar of the week.
Can I look on your mobile phone, please? I haven't got one. Louise, it's in your hand.
How do you call down someone for dinner who you don't think is feeling very hungry?
Sophie, dinner's over.
Dinner's over. Yes, it's Coronation Street, and there's a new bloke running the factory.
Mr. Appleton, I'm Luke Strong.
Funny, you don't look that strong. I don't know what martial art Liz McDonald has been practicing, but she's got as far as the knocking table over squeeze face manoeuvre.
Is everything all right here?
Yeah, fine, thanks. Your girlfriend has just thrown crab at me, and you say everything's fine.
Yes, Liz was in a right bait, but she still had time for a quick game of mug pinball.
Don't bother sending a postcard.
Mug pinball. It'll be fun. Yeah. Jimmy Doherty off Jimmy's Farm is back on our screens with Jimmy Doherty in Darwin's Garden, in which he attempts to restage some of Charles Darwin's experiments. This week, he was trying to find out just how intelligent worms are.
We're going to do the intelligence test today on the worms, aren't we?
Absolutely.
It's bizarre, because they're not like they can do Sudoku or something.
Well, they can't do Sudoku because they can't hold a pen, but they do like those word search books, yeah. I left a group of worms doing a word search earlier on, and let's see how they've got on. Oh, yeah, they've got quite a few of them. Yeah. Too many Darwin shows on the television at the moment. Yeah, eh? Tell me about it. Jimmy was keen to test the little critters to their limits.
I've brought a bassoonist and some children from the local school to help me. I want them to make different noises to see if worms possess any senses, such as hearing. If the worm can hear any sounds, it should react and retreat into its burrow.
What do you do if you... Now, what do you do if you can't whistle?
Whit worm.
Whit worm. This was Snog Marry Avoid, the make-under show in which brassy birds are made under to look more normal. First up was Martha. She was out to prove something once and for all.
Why have you come for a make-under?
Because I want to prove everybody who says, oh, she's pretty with all her makeup on, but you don't know how she looks without makeup. I want to show those people how do I actually look without makeup.
Well, take your makeup off, you daft cow. Then there was Jay, whose role model was Britney Spears, and she had her down to a T.
I'm doing a Britney Spears. is tonight.
Hang on a minute, I recognise that face. Is it? No, it can't be. Mum?
I think it kind of hit home that Harry was embarrassed by his mum, and that kind of upset me a little bit. And I thought, you know, he's got a lot going on at his age. Last thing he's to deal with is being embarrassed with his mum.
Yeah, a bit embarrassing still. She's family. Mum took the make under advice to heart and toned it down.
So has the make under changed you for good?
It's a big step, and if it wasn't for me coming in here, I wouldn't have done it. I'd have been too scared to take the plunge. I've been hiding behind that for so long.
So no more flashing your bits then?
Nah.
Great. Although there was a slight caveat to that promise.
So no more flashing your bits then?
Nah. Well, I can't help it if I'm drunk.
One day at a time. Of course, Jenny Frost is quite adamant that this is not a make-over show. No, it's a make-under show. Mind you, that seemed to slip her mind temporarily as her voice said make-under, her mouth said make-over.
Pod give her a mummy marvellous make-under to make us...
Yeah, remember, it's not a make-over show, it's a make-under show. I wonder what my mum's up to now.
With the taste of your lips, you're toxic, I'm sticking under. Taste of poison, I'm addicted to you. Don't you know that you're toxic? Intoxicate me now with your loving now. I think I'm ready. Intoxicate me now with your loving now. I think I'm ready now. I'm ready now.
Thanks, Mum. What's for dinner?
Nuggets.
Yes! That's all from us here. See you next week.
And Harry Hill's TV Burp Gold DVD is now available in store and online. Right, I hope you're ready for an exciting hour because more of Colour of Money is coming next here.